This video will show you how to install MySQL Workbench and the server on a Windows machine. First thing I want to do is Google MySQL installer. Go to the link for the MySQL installer. I want to download it for Windows, and I like choosing the bigger file, not the web version. So I can download this. I just say no thanks, just start my download. You don't need the account. And then I'm going to save the file. Alright, the download's finished, so I'm going to open the file now. Say OK. Okay, I'm going to accept the license terms now. Choose a setup type. I'm going to leave it at the developer default. Really, the only two things that I need are Workbench and the server itself, MySQL server. But the developer division will give us what we need. So I'm going to keep the developer default, say next. If you get any of these, you may have to get the Microsoft C++ redistributable. Okay. And then this one. That requirement is failing. Well, we don't need the Microsoft for Visual Studio, so we'll be okay with that. And now I will install. Again, really the only two that we need is server and Workbench, but it's just as easy to install everything. I'm going to pause the video now while this installs all of these, and I'll turn it on once this is done. Okay, looks like everything was able to get installed, so I'm going to hit next. And it's got some things for us to configure. We want to do a standalone MySQL server. Development computers, we don't need those, just a development computer. Okay. You don't need to check anything else, just leave all the defaults. authentication method, use the default. You will need to type in a password here. Just ensure that whatever you type, you remember, because you'll need it when you log into Workbench. So and since it's a throwaway box, don't really care if the password's strong or not. It's a standard system account. That MySQL 80, that's the service we should see running in Windows once we're done. And we want to apply the configuration now. Okay, we've got the server installed now. Okay, let's go next. The router configuration, we'll just leave all that default. We don't really need it. Here we have to type in that password again that we just created. Make sure I typed in the password right. There, typed it in right that time. Okay. A little bit more configuration going on here. And finish. Hit next again. Installation's complete. So it's going to start up Workbench as soon as I'm done here. Okay, there's the shell. We don't really need shell. Opened. And here comes Workbench. And here we go. And once you have it up and running, you should see this local instance box. Another thing you can do to make sure the server's running is go to Task Manager. If you can just bring out Task Manager. Show more details, and if we go to Services, and there's our service, MySQL 80, it's running. That's the server that's running, so we look good. So if we double click on our local instance, if you'd never want to type your password in again, just click that Save Password in Vault. Now I'll type the password in, and we are good to go now. And that's how you get Workbench installed on a Windows machine.